Hi, welcome back to Java tutorial. In this video, I will discuss how to write a Java program to display first n numbers in Fibonacci series. We know that the Fibonacci series starts with 0, 1. The next number, that's the third number, is the addition of previous two, that is 0 plus 1 is equivalent to 1 here. And the next number is the addition of again previous two, that is 1 plus 1 is equivalent to 2. The next number, that is 3, is the addition of previous two, that is 1 plus 2, and so on. So this is how the Fibonacci series looks like in this case. Now what should be the logic to get this particular Fibonacci series? So what we do here is when the user enters the value of n is equivalent to 1, we will display just 0. If the user enters the value of n is equivalent to 2, we display these two. If the user enters 3, first we will display these two. Based on the value of these two, we will calculate this one, that is f3. f3 is calculated by adding the previous two. Assume that this is f1 and this is f2. f1 plus f2 is nothing but f3. Now once you calculate this particular thing, the f1 should come here and f2 should come here, because I want to calculate this one based on the previous two. So this 2 is calculated by adding f1 and f2. You will get 2 here. Now if you want to calculate this one, again I have to shift f1 to this place and f2 to this particular place. So f1 is 1, f2 is 2, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, and so on. So that is what the very basic idea to display the Fibonacci series. So we'll try to write this particular program. I have already created a class. The name of the class is Fibonacci in this case. This is the main class. The name of the program is also Fibonacci in this case. Now what I do here is I will add the main method here, that is public static void main. Within this I will add string args square bracket. Now what I do is I have added already the main method. We need some variables, the local variables you can say. The first local variable what I need is the n, which will store the how many numbers are required in Fibonacci series. The second one is f1. I will set it to 0 because we know that the first number in Fibonacci series is 0. We know that the second number is 1, so we will set f2 is equivalent to 1, and we want to calculate f3 by shifting f1 and f2 to the next places and so on. Okay, so I will take one more variable f3 here. Now the next thing is we have to read the value of n, that is how many numbers are required in Fibonacci series. So if you want to read anything from keyboard, we have to create an object of a scanner class. So first I will do that particular thing here. Scanner input is equivalent to new scanner. I will pass system.in as a parameter to this one. Okay, so once I do this particular thing, the meaning of this statement is I have created an object of the scanner class over here. Using that particular object, I will be able to read the input from you can say that the keyboard. I think we are getting an error here, so we'll just try to fix it. I think we have added scanner here, but if you want to use scanner class in your program, we need to include something called as java.util.scanner. So we include that particular thing first here. That is the first thing we have to do. Otherwise you will not be able to use this scanner class in your program. Now I will give a very simple message to the user, that is system.out.print, and then I will write, you can say that within square double quotes, enter the value of n. So that's a simple message I will give to the user. So he will enter the value of n. That n should be read using, you can say that input dot next int. So I will be able to read the next int over here. So whatever the value the user has entered, maybe you can say that user has entered 5, so that will be stored into n. User may have entered you can say 10, that will be stored into n, and so on. Now based on the value of n, we need to display the Fibonacci series over here. Now assume that the value of n is equivalent to 0, that is invalid. because we cannot enter anything less than 0. I want at least one number to be displayed, so the value of n should be at least a positive number, maybe not positive number, greater than 0 you can say. Okay, so that condition I will check at the later. First I will check whether the value of n is equal to 1. If the value of n is equal to 1, I just display 0. If it is 2, I will display 0 and 1. If it is more than 2, we have to calculate the third number, fourth number and so on, and then we need to display it here. So first what we do here is we will give one message to the user, system.out.println. I just use print here because on the same line I want to display that particular message. Fibonacci series is. Okay, and then what we do here is we will close this particular line in this case. Now we will check on very simple condition. If n is equivalent to 1, the meaning of this particular thing is I need to display just one Fibonacci number. So I will take system dot out dot print here, and then I will display f1. The value of f1 will be printed here. That's it. If the value of n is equivalent to 2, I just take this particular thing, I just copy it over here, else. I will write else part here. If the value of n is equivalent to 2, I have to display f1, and then what I supposed to do here is I have to display f2 also. So what I do is I will use this particular concatenation operator, that is plus. First I will display f1, and then I will add one space, and then I will display f2 here. Now there is a possibility that the value of n may be greater than 2 here. So what we do here is I will add one else block again, and then I will check whether the value of n is greater than 2. If it is greater than 2, I have to display f1, and then I have to display f2. Once you display the value f1 and f2, that is the first two Fibonacci numbers, now you need to display the remaining Fibonacci numbers. Let us assume that the value of n is equal to 5. If the value of n is equal to 5, you need to display first 5 Fibonacci numbers. We have already displayed f1 and f2. Now you need to display remaining 3. So what I do is I will take one loop here, that is for int I is equivalent to 3, I less than or equivalent to, you can say n, and then I plus plus. What is the meaning of this particular statement is we have already displayed 2. Starting from 3 till the value of n, I want to display the Fibonacci numbers here. So that is what the meaning of this particular statement here. So now how to calculate the third Fibonacci number? So if I want to calculate the third Fibonacci number, I have to add the first Fibonacci number and the second one. So once I add these two things, I will get the third Fibonacci number, and then I will display that particular Fibonacci number here, that is system.out.print, and then f3 here. After that I will add one space. That's it. But what happens here I will tell you. We have already displayed this 0, that is f1. This is f2 we have printed. We have calculated f3, and then we have printed this also. But I need first 5. So up to here I want to print all these things. Now I want to calculate f4. Actually this is the fourth number in Fibonacci series. If I want to calculate it, I need to take the previous 2. But if I add again the f1 and f2, f1 is 0, f2 is 1 here. So what I supposed to do is I have to shift f1 to this particular place and f2 to this particular place. Now if I add f1 and f2, I will get this particular 2. Once I do that particular thing, this f1 has to shift it to this place, and this f2 should be shifted to this one. F1 plus f2, I will get this number, and so on. So that is the reason what I do here is I will take f1 is equivalent to f2, f1 is shifted to f2's place, and f2 is shifted to f3's place. Now it will be shifted to the next place unless and until we print all the Fibonacci numbers over here. So this is the logic for the value which is greater than 2 in this case. Finally, you may have one condition, that is the value of n is not equal to 1, not equal to 2, not greater than 2. The meaning of this one is the value must be either 0 or you can say that less than 0. In such case, we need to give one message to the user, that is system.out.print. In this case, we need to add a message like invalid input in this case. So that is a simple message we need to give. Or after this we can give a message like enter the value of n greater than 0. So that's a simple message we will give to the user. Okay, so based on this particular input, he will definitely add that particular input here. So basically what we did is we have taken some variables here, that is n is the number of numbers we want to display in Fibonacci series. F1 and F2 are the initial Fibonacci numbers, F3 is used to calculate the next Fibonacci number, and so on. We have created an object of scanner class here, and then we have asked user to enter the value of n. Based on that particular value, that is n, we will display the series here. If it is equal to 1, we just display F1. If it is 2, we display F1 and F2. If it is greater than 2, first we display F1 and F2, and then starting from 3 till n, we calculate the next Fibonacci number and then we display it. And if you want to calculate the remaining Fibonacci numbers, we need to shift F1 to F2th place and F2 to F3th place, and so on. If the value of n is less than or equivalent to 0, we give a message like invalid input, enter the value of n greater than, you can say that the 0 here. Okay, we need to close this particular statement. I think we are getting an error because we have not added capital S here. Okay, now what we do is we will try to run this particular program and see. Definitely it will ask you to enter the value of n here. Yes, we need to enter the value of n. I will enter the value of n is equal to 1 first. We will check what is the output. Yes, we are getting the Fibonacci series as we can say that 0 here. So I just copy and paste the output over here. This is the first output, so I will copy and paste it just for future reference, you can say. Okay, if the value of n is equal to 0, we got 0 here. Okay, I think there is the typing mistake here. So I will correct it before I run second time. Okay, now I will run the program one more time. Now I will enter the value of n is equal to 2. I should get 0 and 1. Yes, I am getting this particular thing. Again, I will copy this particular thing and paste in my output. Okay, so now we will run this particular program again. Let us say that I will enter the value of n is equal to 5 now. We got 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. Yes, we got this particular thing correctly, but there is no space here. Maybe because of this particular thing, I have to add one the plus space over here. After printing F2, I need to add one space here. So we just check it out one more time. I think I will add 3 here. It's coming perfectly fine. If I enter 5 here, yes, it is coming perfectly fine in this case also. Now we will do one thing. The last one more case we will check, that is the invalid input. Let us say that I will enter -10. The Fibonacci series is actually the error message is displayed invalid input, enter the value of n greater than 0 here. That's perfectly the fine in this case also. So we have handled almost all the cases. It will display the first n Fibonacci numbers in this case. So in this program we have discussed how can we display the first n Fibonacci numbers in Java. I hope this particular program is clear. If you have any other program, you want that particular program to be explained, you put that particular program statement in the comment box. I will try to answer that particular question as early as possible. If you like the video, do like and share with your friends. Press the subscribe button for more videos. Press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you for watching.